Breaking news, you can now grab the brand new Join My Band t-shirt over on ProWrestlingTees.com/616Entertainment. There's a whole line of t-shirts over there. You can grab one or collect them all. The choice is yours. Look at these fine looking men and women. Don't you want to walk down the street feeling like them? I know I do. This video is also brought to you in part by the Patreon producers, without whom big projects like this wouldn't be possible. Now let's get to it.
I'm the artist formerly known as Mike Charles, and you're watching GuestleMania.
Artists, welcome to GuestleMania. What we're going to do on this show is I'm going to present to you 10 wrestlers from throughout the decades. You're going to tell me what their name is, what their gimmick is, and what their finishing move is. Do you feel up to the task?
I'm ready to give it my best shot.
As a former Klueless Kombat Champion, longest reigning Klueless Kombat Champion, I feel like you got an edge.
Well, I'm the first one to go, so I'm gonna be the champion for at least a couple weeks. There's two men. Those are the Chippendales. Their gimmick is that they're Chippendale dancers. They don't like hecklers. So, they beat people up. They do like the Chris Farley thing, whatever, to distract. Like one guy does like the Chris Farley thing, and then the other one comes up behind him, and then the guy in front of him, they like sandwich him. And they rub their oily bodies all over. Diamond Dallas Page. I'm gonna go with that. He's just a cool dad. Whenever his daughter brings a boy over, a lot of his gimmicks were that. Like he had a daughter in wrestling, like a character. It wasn't his real daughter, and then like all the other wrestlers would try to date his daughter, and then he would have matches and have to beat him up to get him to stop doing their things. I think DDP's finishing move was like just a what's the thing where you like put your arm around the guy's neck and
that would be like a DDT.
A DDT, yeah.
So I think DDP does a DDT.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the Mighty Meatball. He's a strong guy who eats a lot of pasta. And he's just a goofball in general. You can tell by his big smile, and he kind of has a he's just like, oh, I'm just a goofy guy. But then if you make him mad, he'll beat you up. His finishing move is he rubs his belly. He runs up to his opponent and he belly bumps him.
Isn't that what the Chippendales do?
No, they sandwich them, and they just sandwich like them with their whole bodies. He specifically points his belly out and just bumps the belly.
If the Mighty Meatball teamed up with the Chippendales, would their team finisher be the Mighty Meatball sandwich?
Yeah. Actually, they've done that. They have teamed up before. Yeah.
Did they win a belt?
No. That's New Jack, and his gimmick is he's just a real life psychotic person.
What's his finishing move?
He takes out a knife and stabs you.
Or so I've heard. You know what's funny is that's not New Jack.
Not New Jack at
but that is what New Jack does. See, I had the idea right.
That is Amphibian. He's basically a knockoff of Reptile from Mortal Kombat, and he's like, I'm gonna be Reptile, but I'm gonna be Amphibian. And he's got like skulls because he's like a poisonous salamander or something like that. His finishing move, so he licks you, and then the story is that he's put poison on his tongue.
Would that kill him?
No, he's immune to it. Like in The Princess Bride, he drank a little bit at a time, and he gradually increased it, so he built up an immunity himself. But that's all part of, it's all part of the storyline. It's not real.
What's his real name?
I don't know. See, he looks like he's also a Mortal Kombat character, but that's just a coincidence. He's a little boy who was dressing up as a ninja for Halloween, and then was given the powers of a grown man by a wizard. I'm just stealing. I mean, these are all just other things.
It's just saying.
Yeah, but his name is Trick or Treat. That's. Can you bring it closer? That's Lita. I'm pretty sure she dated Edge. She's just like a badass chick. She's like, oh, you think I'm just like good looking, but I can actually kick ass and I'm really tough. So like guys will come and like hit on her, and then she'll just be like, you can't get this, and then punch him in the nose.
What did she say?
You can't get this, and then punch him in the nose.
Oh fuck! You're supposed to be looking over here, because the characters appear over there. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Fuck, and you're centered too. This is gonna be all fucked up.
Hungry hubby. He's a married man who he's just trying to get out of the house to get away from his wife. So his wife stops nagging him. He's just loves eating food, but there's always somebody standing in his way. So he's got to fight to just live the life he wants. He takes a big hoagie sandwich. I almost said a meatball sandwich, but that's crossing gimmicks. He takes a hoagie sandwich and he's eating it, but then he shoves it in his opponent's face. And then once they're unconscious, he finishes eating it off their body. That is Jeremy Rowanstaff.
Jeremy Rowanstaff?
Yeah.
Where'd he come from?
Was born in Albuquerque. Everything, it's always just food that comes to mind. He got picked on in gym class a lot. He started running. He can run really fast. He's faster than the average muscle man, but if you're talking like a sprinter, like a athletic, he's not as fast as them. But he can outrun most of like the Beef Boys. So he, his gimmick is that he gets in the ring and then he just runs in circles, and they can't catch him, and they get tired out trying to catch him, and then they're just so worn out. But he has good stamina. Stamina.
Stanima.
That he just his finishing move, he's just like flicks them on the nose and they like fall over.
How do you feel you're doing so far?
I think I mean I know all these, so 10 out of 10. That's Bret the Hitman Hart. He was a hired gun. And it would be his job to go in and, finish him off.
How would he finish him?
He just with skill. He would like hide under the ring. In the middle of like two other guys would be having a match. And then he also had it in his contract, basically anytime he wanted, he could just like enter a match, then he was in the match. He could just choose to fight, like any fight he started was officially sanctioned as a sanctioned match. His dad was the owner of the company, which is why he had that benefit. The match would start, he'd wait till like these guys were all tired out, beating the crap out of each other, or beating the snot out of each other, I should say. And then
why did you correct yourself?
I think it is more accurate. Google Roman Reigns booger. Maybe you'll see what I'm talking about. That was his finishing move, basically, was just letting the other guy do his finishing move. Yeah. He didn't have one of his own.
Artist formerly known as Mike Charles, you have completed your 10 trials here on GuestleMania. And you're running unopposed because this is the first episode. But I'm here to crown you as our inaugural champion, walking away with a record of 3-7.
Okay.
Didn't do all that well.
Well, I'm better at Mortal Kombat. Who knows? I'm the artist formerly known as Mike Charles. You just watched GuestleMania, and I don't care if I sucked. I'm the champion. Deal with it. And buy a Fat Fat Mama shirt, okay? I don't know why you guys aren't buying it.
Okay, so the first group you called the Chippendales are known as the Dicks.
No.
The second guy you called Diamond Dallas Page was Diamond Dallas Page. The man you named Mighty Meatball was named Mike Awesome. The man you called New Jack was Ahmed Johnson.
That's why.
Amphibian was known as Mortis and was indeed a Mortal Kombat knockoff.
Oh, okay.
The man you called... What did you call the...
Trick or treat.
Yeah.
The man you called Trick or Treat was known as Glacier, who was a direct Mortal Kombat knockoff. You were correct on Lita. The man you named Hungry Hubby was actually named Bastion Booger.
Oh, I've heard of Bastion Booger.
The man that you what did he call number 9?
Who was number 9? You called him like Jeremy.
Jeremy
Rosenstock
Rowenstock.
or something.
Rowan staff.
Jeremy Rowan's staff was actually Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig.
Okay.
And the final one, number 10, you were correct, was Bret the Hitman Hart.
I'm proud of myself.
Now let's do a, my name's The Artist. You watched GuestleMania. Now the champ, whether you like it or not. So do whatever you
That's
want.
good. I like that. I like that. I'm The Artist, formerly known as Mike Charles. You just watched GuestleMania, and I don't care if I sucked. I'm the champion. Deal with it.
There we go.
Perfect.
Oh, tell everybody to buy a Fat Mama shirt.
And buy a Fat Fat Mama shirt, okay? I don't know why you guys aren't buying it.
That was the perfect thing.
That was great.
You should like cut to black for like a split second and then come back.
I love it.